line here. Just a hat on a hat, opening up just enough room for the back to squeeze through there for a nice gain.
That run, good for a first down. The offense still rolling. On the ground, it's Harvey. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively. I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
They wrap him up after the completion, just short of the first down mark. So now from the 29, it's third down and short. Let's see what the play call is going to be here. Already in field goal range, but of course, thinking touchdown. They make the stop just short of the marker. It's going to be fourth down and inches to go. So now on fourth down, out comes the field goal unit. The attempt is no good. And the lead remains at 2 after the miss. The UMass offense takes the field now. Remember, the last time out there, they surrendered a safety. They got to regroup from that right away. That's a big game before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down. How aggressive do you get on 1st and 10? Dropping back, it's Fomachan. And the defender gets a hand in there to break the pass up. Offense lines up for a second down play off the incompletion. Ball handed off. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, that play just didn't have much of a chance at all from the snap. The quarterback hands this off and just nowhere to go. It's almost like the defense was anticipating the play call, and they put themselves in a position to come up with a nice tackle for a loss.
He's not going to get the first down. It's fourth down now. And the punt team makes its way onto the field. He's on to boot it away now. This is a low liner. This won't go a long way. And here comes the UCF offense back out on the field. They need something out of this possession. The last time they settled for a field goal attempt, but then they missed it. They get him down at the 41, but that's good enough for a first down.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
Tackle up near midfield at the 48.
When you can get good chunks of yardage like this on early downs, it just keeps you on schedule, leading to more manageable third down situations. Never underestimate the value of consistently getting 4 or more yards a pop like that.
And he picks up the first down before they get him to the ground.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. It makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs. The Knights with 1st and 10 here.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
They bring him down, but the veteran quarterback shows off that trademark arm strength. That completion good for a first down. The offense working with a new set of downs here. Picks up 3 yards, so 2nd and 7. The Knights looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Looking for a gap. It's Harvey. The tackle is made, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what that's about.
Offside defense.
The offense will obviously decline that penalty and take the result of the play. The Knights will line up now. It's 1st and goal. To throw, it's Jefferson. Oh, it's incomplete. That's a good job of the defender to break that up.
Just a great play on the ball by the defensive back, getting a hand on it and tipping it up into the air. Boy, anytime you see a tip go up, often that defense is thinking interception. This one falls to the ground. The next tip ball could be going the other way.
Becomes an important third down play. The coach does not want to send the field goal kicker out there after what happened last time. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
I'll tell you what, considering they've been out there for a long time on this drive, they sure showed a lot of endurance there, coming up with a big stop. And now it's 4th and goal. And as an offensive coordinator and head coach, with this kind of drive, it just seems like you'd be missing something by not coming away with a touchdown.
Following the field goal, the kickoff team is out there now. He's got it inside the 15. Oh, what a decision by the returner. He takes it back in the end zone and is tackled for a safety. After giving up the safety, they have to kick it away here now. And the return man decides to signal fair catch. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. It's going to be a loss on the play. Force it out. Great play by the defense. The Knights come to the line looking to crank up the tempo. And it's UCF in the lead. Let's check out the stats now for the opening period.
UCF 7, UMass 0.
Plenty of time for some plot twists here as we begin the second quarter. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. And the same runner's got it again. And they finally stop him, but a decent gain that time.
Chris, it's the consistency of this back is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a great day, but it's going to give this quarterback a chance to hit some big plays downfield off play action.
Cannot connect. Incomplete, and now 4th down. The Knights will bring their punt team onto the field. And the coverage team makes the stop on this return. The Minutemen offense back on the field now. This offense trying to bounce back. The last time out there, they surrendered a safety. That run moves the ball across the 40.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice solid gain.
Second down after that run on the previous play. And he's brought down, but there is a flag on the field, so let's check this call.
Holding. Offense.
Costly holding penalty there. Backs him up 10 yards. What's the play call here on second down for this offense? And they'll run it out of the shotgun. And they bring him down. That's a very solid gain, but still well short of the mark. That gain sets up a third down play. Hand it off for a draw. And he will be stuffed for no gain.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
Defense was all over that. The gamble doesn't pay off, and now the offense will take over in good position. The offensive coordinator's got to love this starting field position. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. In the clear at the 25. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. The Knights are in the red zone now. Send the back in motion. To the air, it's Jefferson. Oh, they've got him for a sack. A big play made by the junior.
Well, the reality with any screen pass is they usually take a little bit of time to develop. And though they often can hit big, sometimes they take too long to cook up. And sometimes you can get sacked.
Third down play for this offense. Fakes the handoff here, looking to throw it. He's got it for a big gain. The defense stops him short of the marker, so it's fourth down coming up. The decision is not to go for it on fourth down. Here comes the field goal team. This will be a chip shot from 25 yards out. Kick is good. Gives the offense 3 points to show for that drive. And that will extend their lead even further. They come away with 3 points on the drive, and now the kickoff team will boot it away. And the return starts from inside the 20. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. And the UMass offense is back out there. Handoff from the shotgun. And he'll make his way out of bounds after gaining decent yardage. Getting set. Here's second down. Takes the handoff and he'll head left. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Boy, this defense is strong up front. Linebackers are flying downhill, able to make plays against this run game. Now they get this offense to another third down. Now you pressure that quarterback and try to build on the lead.
Oh, a nice play by the defender. Got a hand in there to break up the pass. And here comes the punter onto the field. Looking to kick it away for the second time. So they begin the drive here in the final 3 minutes of the half. Dropping back, it's Jefferson. Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. Trying to extend the play. We've reached the 2-minute warning here. Let's see if this offense can build on this big lead before halftime. So 2nd and 10 after the previous play. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Catch made on the left side. Defense wraps him up after the catch, but he's just short of a first down. Important third down play coming up. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Can't hold on. Good defensive play. Brings up a fourth down.
Boy, Chris, what a hit there on that third down play by the defensive back. If he doesn't make that play,
it's a fake. Direct snap to the up man. That fooled absolutely no one. They were all over that.
Chris, that's not exactly how they're anticipating that this fake would go. While it's easy to say, if you're going to throw it, just leave your quarterback in the offense out there. But there is an element of surprise that plays into any good fake punt. It just didn't work out this time.
A new set of downs after that completion. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. He fires this throw and is intercepted. Not much room in that return. Tackled at the 16, but an important takeaway for this defense.
Boy, just a drive killer right there, Chris. And he didn't seem to throw that ball with much confidence. Just put it up for grabs, and the defense comes down with it.
First play of the drive, to come out throwing. And he pulls in the catch. Solid gain there. Moves the ball out to the 32. 1st and 10 now for the offense. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. Caught quickly. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
Well, they knew all week that they would have an opportunity to face a lot of man coverage and a lot of blitzing today. And one way that they felt they could counter that, getting the ball out of the quarterback's hands quickly, and especially on the quick slants for big gains.
After the incompletion, they'll face a 3rd and 6. Back to throw again. He's moving out of the pocket now. Gets rid of it on the move. Not enough on that one. It falls incomplete. The Knights will have to kick this away. And he'll kick it away now for the 2nd time. It's a low punt. Won't travel very far. And this will be down just inside the 30-yard line. The UMass offense takes the field now. Let's see what they do here in the final minute of the half. Try to get aggressive and cut into this lead, or play it safe.
What a hit there by the defender. Tough for the receiver to hold on to the football when he has that kind of contact. Good, clean play by the defense.
Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. Looking to pass. It's Fomichan. The ball is picked off. Going the other way. Can they stop him? And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
This guy obviously did what he needed to do to get himself ready for this game. It's a favorable matchup. He's got a lot of confidence. He's already come up with 2 interceptions in this game alone. Locked in on what he needs to do to be in position and making plays for this defense.
2nd down after that previous play. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. And he's got it. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a 1st down.
Boy, this receiver in the slot is giving this defense all kinds of problems. He has another catch on the day. You may want to adjust out, get out of your base, maybe try 5 or 6 defensive backs on the field, somebody that can match up more athletically against this slot receiver.
Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. Looking to the end zone. There's a fastball, but it's intercepted. And he's got some open field ahead. Across midfield. At the 30 now. Inside the 10. It's a big return off the INT. They steal their offensive possession.
Chris, not only the awareness to come up with the interception, but the speed and athletic ability on the return. I thought he was going to take it all the way back, but the offense just did enough to keep him out of the end zone.
Here's the handoff on 1st and goal. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. Trying for the end zone, running it right up the gut. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. The minute's going to wrap up the 1st half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A spirited environment there in Amherst. And the story of the half has been that elite corner. We were told he was tough to throw against. He's basically taken away an entire side of the field when he's out there, causing turnovers and getting physical. How often do we say that about lockdown guys? And how this offense schemes against him in this 2nd half will be fun to watch.
And the UCF offense back out on the field now. They get the 2nd half started with their running play. And they'll tackle him for a loss of 5 yards.
Well, these are the kind of plays you have to make to be able to win the game in the 2nd half. This back had a great 1st half and has gotten plenty of touches, so you've got to make sure this half is different than how things have gone so far.
This one ends up a safety.
Man, that is a big-time play for this defense. Not only do they get a couple points, they get the football back as well. That should give these guys a spark and some momentum.
Kickoff team out there to boot it away after giving up the safety.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Fresh set of downs for the offense. 1st down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Wow, a 3rd pick tonight by the QB. Not much on the return there, but the takeaway will set up the offense at the 38.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half, and the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
The defense made a good play there, but needs to string along more stops like that against this running back if they want to be able to win this game. The run game has looked good in the first half, but maybe that won't be the case from now on.
Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play.
But throughout this game, they've shown a number of their base run plays in the first half, so it's good to mix in the counter here in the second half, just in case the defense is starting to over-pursue. Keep an eye on if they pull that play again maybe later in this game.
And the play goes nowhere. Picked up about a yard, but it'll be 4th down. And here comes the field goal unit onto the field. This will be a long-range attempt, 51 yards out. He missed it. After the miss, it's still a 1-possession game.
Well, that's going to go down as an empty possession for this offense. No points as he's off target. Now you can see he's hanging his head. Poor kicker.
Back to pass. It's Fomachan. Oh, the quick throw falls incomplete. So 2nd down after the incompletion. And there's the handoff. And they've got him back there for a loss of 8. Offense will try to convert a 3rd and long from the 27. We'll see if the defense brings the blitz. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. But they don't connect. It's incomplete, and it brings up 4th down.
Well, these guys just continue to struggle throwing the football. You know, whether it's been running the wrong route, the quarterback not being accurate, the offensive line not doing their job. It's been a collective effort, and it's a big reason why they're trailing now in this game.
And they'll just down it right here. So the offense calls a timeout here. That's their 1st of the half. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Makes the catch. It's Harvey. And he runs out of bounds there to avoid the contact and take the loss. Important 2nd down play coming up. Now they'll run a draw play. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. And the offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play.
Maybe this stop is an indicator of what's to come for this defense. The offense, frankly, has been able to enforce their will in the first half, but maybe things are starting to change.
Handoff here from the shotgun. Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of... Giants will come.
Welcome to Amherst, Massachusetts, and McGurk Alumni Stadium, home to the Minutemen of UMass, just a stone's throw away from where the heart of the American Revolution was fought, and we are anxious to see a fight on the gridiron in this one. UMass will kick off and will be underway. catches it inside his 20. Chance to really gain some ground. And the returner will be brought down. So Eastern Michigan's return team will have that offense backed up. When your quarterback takes the field, you want him to look just like this guy, exuding confidence.
Yeah, the it factor. He's the man. Nobody questions it. Everybody on this team knows they've got his back, and he's the leader.
Everybody in this stadium also knows the offense goes as this guy goes. He has got to play well today.
As college football evolves, guys, and players have more rights and they capitalize on name, image, and likeness, and teams are in different conferences, maybe the biggest thing and the thing that keeps coaches up at night, dealing with the transfer portal.
Because they got to make sure that everybody in their locker room is happy. Oftentimes, you're re-recruiting your own players and trying to keep the wolves at bay, and the phone calls that are coming in from other programs trying to steal your guys. It is not easy. Probably as difficult as it's ever been, David, to be a head coach now with the transfer portal.
It is, and think about players, man. If I'm not happy, if I'm not getting the run I want, like, I can just leave. I can go somewhere else. I can get paid by another opportunity. So I think players always having their eyes to that portal, looking at a better destination, makes it miserable for coaches.
So UMass offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key for their respective teams.
Yeah, and they don't always show up in the box score, but these are the guys that are the leaders. These are the guys getting everybody organized and have to play well for their team to succeed.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Looks as if this one will be marked down around the 25. Eastern Michigan takes over as the offense heads to the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8, leaves it with the back. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
You got to feel good for this kid, too. He worked so hard this past offseason to put himself in position to be the starting running back, and he's got a lot of skill, guys. He's got speed, open field running ability. I think he's going to be a big part of the offense this season.
And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding him the ball so he can break some of those big runs, but I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
From the gun, give on the inside. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a 3rd down stop. To the ground to try to move the chains. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And the returner goes down. The Minutemen going back to work on offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3 and out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
They got nothing on the last play at 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, the running back has it. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Looking to pass. It's Pumachan. Tosses it incomplete.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
And the ball will be blown dead at the 35, and that's where they'll put it into play. Eastern Michigan has it back as the Eagle offense returns to the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. And what a big play here, and the return takes it back inside the 25.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board. You still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open. And if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. They run the reverse. And that play looked great when they drew it up in the playbook. Did not look so great when this defense snuffed it out. And the last thing they need is to squander this great field position facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And they can't make the play on 3rd down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
That is no good. After the miss, no change in the score. Eastern Michigan takes over as the offense heads to the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
They'll have it at the 49, just across midfield, 1st and 10. Looking for a gap. It's McMillan. He just never got started going forward. A huge loss of 8 on the play.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Hand off from the shotgun. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Now facing a 3rd down as they line up after the break. Back to throw, it's Snyder. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
I feel like the defense right now is living rent-free in this QB's head. Of course, they picked him off the last drive. They almost picked him off right there. This defense doing a nice job mixing up their looks, and they're completely confusing.
Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. The UMass offense returns to the field. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. He had nowhere to go, no place to hide, and they'll knock him down for a loss of 9. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
And they'll blow it dead just about the 45-yard line. Eastern Michigan has it back as the Eagle offense returns to the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Line getting set on 2nd down. From the gun, running back gets to give.
And that seemed a little off from the start, didn't it?
That was a big-time play, and it was off from the start because of the play he made.
And I don't think it would have mattered who was playing running back. There was absolutely nowhere to go.
To the air, it's Snyder. Fires into traffic, it's picked off. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
The Minutemen going back to work on offense. Trying to start the drive with a pass. He makes the connection. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. 1st and 10. They're going back to the ground. He works his way down to the 30-yard line before he stopped, a gain of 3.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
And that pass picked off. And he'll be marked down, but what a play to come up with that interception. Here comes the offense on 1st down. Here's the handoff. And he has had a long day at the office, not to mention the backfield, as the defense has been all over him. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Couldn't get it out of the end zone, and it's a safety. After getting caught for a safety, they're lined up and ready to kick it off.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
The UMass offense returns to the field. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He just never got started going forward. A huge loss of 8 on the play. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Looking for a man. It's Pumachan. Fires into traffic, picked off. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Dances away to buy time. And he got smacked just as he... It's incomplete.
I don't care how talented you are as a quarterback, but your accuracy always goes down when you get hit. Nice job by the QB, scrambling, working to his right, but he wasn't completing that pass with that pressure.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. He bounced that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
Bought a little time, lets it go. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Here's the fair catch, but there is a flag on the field. We might have to do this one again.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. So the offense keeps its drive alive thanks to the roughing the punter penalty. He wants to throw. Incomplete, and man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception. Still on the 35-yard line, they'll try it again on 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. This time it's complete. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. The Eagles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Back to the air one more time. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
I love when people start to understand what we're doing defensively. If they're going to pass the football and that's where they're going to live, well, I'm going to live and dime. I'm going to bring more defensive backs on the field so I can cover more of these speed guys that they have out there. Great job by the defensive back, breaking on the football, making the INT, making the DC look very smooth.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. Are we sure that he knows what color jersey his receivers are wearing? Threw a pick on the last drive and almost threw another one. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Just a short return, but that would have been icing on the cake. They've got it 1st down at the 42. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Line gets set, 1st down. They'll start this drive with a pass. Fires to the wideout. Missed his receiver there, it's incomplete. After the missed connection, it's 2nd down. Looking for a man, it's Snyder. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
And that's easy pitch and catch. You got to catch that. Those are routes that you throw all the time, and you expect your receiver. You know, those same hitch routes, you sell it deep real quick, sit down. I need that to be a positive 8 yards or 10 yards, an easy play I can go to. My receiver has to make that catch for this offense.
And the Eagles will try to pick it up on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. Takes it the other way. He was thinking touchdown all the way, but he got it down to the 26-yard line.
Well, I think it's pretty safe to say this guy's going to be getting a helmet sticker. That now his 2nd interception of the game. He has just been lights out here today.
Complete to the right. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Minutemen!
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground, take the lead going into the half, take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Louisville has the lead right now, but it's not like Lamar Jackson is under center out there today.
And what a terrible play. You just can't run back into the end zone like that, and it's going to be a safety.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
Let's go. The Minutemen going back to work on offense. Jesse, a very productive drive last time wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Complete with conviction on the crosser. Really nice job there by both guys, the throw and the catch, to work that defense and get the first down. UMass mounting a threat from the red zone. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half.
That's number 2. That's a good year for a lot of people. What a day. Having 2 interceptions already. I might try my hand on the other guy. This guy is not somebody I want to mess with.
They'll try the run. It's another safety. They get their 3rd one of this game. So after giving up the deuce on the safety, now they'll be able to kick it away without a rush from the 20. He'll call for the fair catch here. Just enough time for one final play of the half. The give to the back. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A spirited environment there in Amherst. And I get it. A lot of coaches will say the difference between winning and losing comes down to stopping big plays and getting big plays. But if you ask me, it's more about how good you are on 3rd down and how efficient you are in keeping drives alive. Those 2 stats can help you break the will of even the best defenses and help you come out on top. And with that, let's head back to our team inside Alumni Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. Eastern Michigan will kick it deep to start the second half. Looking for daylight from inside his 20. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The UMass offense returns to the field. They have the lead to start the 3rd quarter, but I'd imagine ball security was a topic at halftime.
Yeah, and I think you take the lead and you try to stay optimistic with your team, but you also say, guys, if we had taken care of the football, this lead would be even bigger, and we might have already knocked them out already, Palmer.
It's just about eliminating the mistakes at this point. You're right. This thing would be over if they hadn't shot themselves in the foot. So ball security, that is at a premium as this game goes on.
And a nice job by the defense understanding who their go-to guy is. That's the guy they want to feature. That's the guy they want to feed with good reason. He's a great player, but a great job by the defense.
And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. Looking for more room. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Eagles! What a play by this defense with a pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
And that is not the optimal solution there. The kickoff out of bounds, and the offense will have a little bit easier time of things.
Kicking team.
You know, the field's about 53 yards wide. Got to kick it between those 53 yards, or else the drive will start on the 40. Trying to find his man on 1st down. The sure hands, it's Brown. Makes the catch and knocked down. Knowing that your man can make the catch against his defender, that wasn't a big play, but it can set you up down the line to be able to take advantage.
Yes, get it to him as fast as I can. When I see him open, he runs the little hitch, get it to him so he can make a little bit of yards after the catch, and eventually that little gain, he's going to bust one of those with his athletic ability.
Looking to go up top on 1st down. Makes a connection. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. UMass getting set to snap it on 1st and 10. Looking downfield, it's Pumachan. Out of the backfield, he's open.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
They keep attacking through the air. Makes the catch, and he will score! Touchdown, UMass!
And that is the first passing touchdown, first of many of the season for this offense. Nice drive by the offense. Way to finish it, take care of the football, make some plays in the passing game. This offense looks like they're going to be a really hard one to stop.
Now a two-point conversion attempt coming up. From the gun, looking for a man. Into the end zone for the two-point conversion as they extend the lead. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Eastern Michigan, 7.
From inside his own 15, looking for... They got him in the end zone for a safety. Just an inexplicable lapse of judgment to go back into his own end zone. They'll boot it away from their own 20 after taking the safety. Eastern Michigan takes over as the offense heads to the field. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency, Dave.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first down.
Fires deep toward the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Eastern Michigan!
And it took a minute, but the passing attack now on board. The first passing touchdown of the season, and it took to the second half, but I'll tell you what, this offense will find its rhythm. They'll grow. They'll get better throughout the season, and this is going to be a hard passing attack to stop.
Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a touchdown pass covering 28 yards. The kickoff team out there and ready to go. On the move from inside his own 20. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Minutemen going back to work on offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job.
And it's another interception as his assault on the record book continues. Touchdown, Eagles! How about that D coming up with a play like that? The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too, now. Look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing off.
And he muffs it. It's loose. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The offense set for a first down play. He's going to pass, using the quick game. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
Hey, listen, on offense, just take what the defense gives you. Quarterback looks out wide. He sees the DB way off of the receiver. Throw him the easy hitch pass. You'll take that completion.
To the air, it's Pumachan. Trying to burn this defensive back. He's got it down the right side. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. Looking to move it through the air. Gets it out quickly.
It's definitely the wide receiver's job to create space, right? So whether you're running a go or you're running a hitch like this right here, I got to find a way to push off legally or just create a little bit of space to get some positive yards.
And they can't connect, but the flag flies, and I think this is going to be pass interference.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
The defense in a most benevolent move, giving the offense a new set of downs. To the air on first down. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
You know, it's so important for corners to be able to transition, right? You got to have real loose hips. You got to be able to change direction on a dime. And in zone coverage, when you see the ball thrown, you can break on it and force incompletions like that.
He threw that one with some serious heat. This senior quarterback doesn't need a lot of space to get it in there. Fires into the end zone. And that pass is intercepted.
You got to be sharp in the red zone. You can't turn the football over in the red zone. You got to be crisp. You got to be on time. You can tell the QB wasn't on time. The defender made him pay. Nice interception, stealing points now off the board.
Buys a little extra time. He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good